How do you help a client who knows why, what, and even how to do something, but don't do it? And I'll tell you the story about one of my clients. And this client, when she came to me, she was having some health issues and she has just left her job. And she knows that she needs self-love. Wherever she goes, the message that keeps coming back to her, which she keeps telling me the same, is, I need to have more self-love. I think this sounds familiar to some of you. And as we go through the coaching, I know that she already has that knowing. And where I focus on is tuning into her inner programming. And just to give you a quick recap here, in my last video, I talked about inner programming and inner meaning. This knowing that people keep talking about a lot of time comes from their meaning. And no matter how much more conversation you talk to them about, it will probably revolve around roughly the same old things. But now, as a multi-intelligence NLP coach, right, you want to focus on the inner programming patterns. What I'm looking at is, number one, noticing what are some of the patterns that's running inside her. For example, she has certain inner dialogue that runs. There are certain triggers that trigger her, that cause her not to give herself self-love. There are certain habits that run, causing her to keep going on in these habits rather than give herself the self-love. So when I work on this, then it's about how to develop new habits, new ways that she can start to reprogram herself. That's number one. Number two is to be able to have certain techniques that neutralize certain triggers that she has, so that when those triggers are neutralized, she no longer has an emotional charge there that carries on and cause her to not give herself the self-love. There are a few more other techniques that I work on in terms of how she shifts her focus of attention, shift the pictures that she's seeing in her mind. By shifting this inner picture, some of the meaning that she's making about self-love also starts to shift. And for my client, she just reached out to me this week to update me about her new job. She is facing some challenges from the external, and which is what all of us face in life. But she's noticing how her internal programming is running is very different right now. She's able to listen to herself, focus on what's important to her without being dragged away by all the externals. Her emotional patterns are more stable, and she knows what she wants. And by what she said, I know that she will do well, because there's now more alignment between her inner programming and inner meaning, and this is the resourcefulness that every client will want to have in order to be able to take charge, stay above whatever they're handling, and be able to do well. Whether you are already a certified coach or you are wanting to become one, the Multi-Intelligence NLP is a modality that helps you work on both the inner programming and the inner meaning. And this work is something that not many coaches are able to do, and it helps your clients to create this alignment within themselves, and they're able to become more resourceful and get transformative results. Reach out to us for a conversation. I'd really love to meet you, scope down how you can benefit from this modality and how to use this with other people and professionalize your services.